So this year's been pretty fucking crazy, hasn't it?
Yeah, Brandon. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
It has been. You say it so perfectly.
What?
The year. That's exactly what it's been. Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Not of the norm.
No, the opposite.
Completely unexpected. And just when you thought something was going to go one way, something else would happen.
Yeah.
One could say unpredictable.
One could say a nightmare.
Yeah, one could say that.
One could say that it's not anyone's year. Because you know how people go, this is my year, this is going to be my year. One could say that no person that said that at the beginning of the year had that actually happen for them.
I did it on New Year's to David.
Did you really?
Yeah, I brought him like this like favorite steak that he likes or whatever from like a video, and I literally, like, we were joking around, we were like, yo, 2020 is gonna be the best year ever. I mean, we were joking around,
sure,
but still, like, 100% thought it was gonna be. In my mind, I was like, it is gonna be a good year. It'll be great.
You fucked us all over, dude.
I guess it was the steak.
You put a jinx on all of us.
It must have been the steak. No,
Damn.
Look, here's what we have to keep in focus is that, you know, this is not gonna last forever. It's gonna be over. It's going to be over, and next year it'll be over. Things will be back to normal. There'll be concerts again.
Is this what you said to your kids or something?
This is what I...
Sounds like you talking to them.
This is what the school sent out for me to...
For you to tell your children?
To tell my children, yeah.
That's a shame.
No, but, you know, and the truth is it could be way worse. And we know we should all be really grateful that we have what we have. We still have each other. We still have friends. Okay, sorry, I want to
just don't touch me that way.
And yeah, it sucks, but you know, it could have been way worse.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought it was going to be way worse, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought that, I remember I went to the market with Todd, and we couldn't, we were like, there was no food left.
Well, what was this the day of when they were like, everything's being like put on a shutdown, because it wasn't a lockdown, it was like shutdown happening in March, I think.
Yeah, like, you know, you see the news, there's not going to be food, there's not going to be crime.
Yeah.
And for the most part...
You're not going to be able to wipe your ass.
Oh, that was gone the first day.
Yeah.
Toilet paper was gone.
Why did that happen?
I don't know. I mean, I've been using old bills at this point. So I used my Con Ed bill and my SoCal gas bill.
Yeah. Use your divorce papers?
Yeah. My heads report card. And it was all A's, so I felt bad about it.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah. I felt really bad.
He put that on the fridge because he was so proud. I remember when it happened, when the day happened. Mm-hmm. The big, we'll call it C Day, because coronavirus.
Yeah, I got it.
So C Day.
You're not an idiot, Brandon.
When C Day happened,
right.
I remember all of us were at Dave's, and I remember we were like, oh, because this was like the news was breaking that like this is really serious.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what is this, early March?
Yeah.
And it was like, this is actually serious, and this is in the U.S., and it's like, you know, they had just shut down Coachella. That was it.
Right.
They had just shut it down, and we were all like, oh my God, they shut down Coachella. It's huge. And,
oh, yeah.
you know, we were all freaking out about that. And then I remember we were like, where's Jonah? And then we couldn't find him anywhere.
Right.
And we kept calling him, and then he finally picked up, and he was like, we were like, where are you? He's like, oh, I can't come, dude. He's like wearing a mask. It's like, I can't come, dude. I can't leave the house. I'm going to get my entire family infected.
Yeah, Jonah was really scared.
Super scared.
Yeah. And I, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but yeah, we were all scared. He was the most scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, then that was it. And then we canceled a trip to Chicago.
Oh yeah.
And then that was it. And so I was like secretly happy I didn't have to go to Chicago. And then like maybe like a month later, I was like, God, I would give anything to go to Chicago.
Yeah.
Because everything just shut down. We went from. I mean, everybody just went from just living like our lives are so crazy as Americans. You still have insane social life, so many things that you can be doing, and now it was just, I don't know. Movie theaters are gone now. I don't think there's going to be many movie theaters.
You think what do you think is going to be the big change? Maybe the first part of this question will be through like businesses and stuff like that. Do you think businesses are ever going to allow people to come in like without masks or do you think they'll?
I think so.
I'm just worried about like
once there's a vaccine.
I think that the businesses are going to be like afraid that they'll get like sued because somebody gets it And they're like, oh, well, I got it from this place. I was just in Yosemite, and I went to, it's Yosemite, this town that I was at was like, nobody was there at all.
Right.
It's just this like very small town. And I drive down the road to this little liquor store, like a deli place. And inside, the lady's not wearing a mask, and she's not wearing gloves. Mm-hmm. But I'm wearing mine, because I'm like, that's what you have to do. But I remember I asked her for a sandwich, and she was making it, and I could just see her like touching the meat and the bread, right. And I was so grossed out by that,
right,
that I just was like, never mind. She was like, what? I was like, yeah, I just gotta go home. I'm sorry. And right. She was like, are you sure?
Right.
And I could just see from her eyes that that's not the first time that that's happened. She was like, are you sure? And I remember, so I went home, and then my brother was like, dude, did you go to that place? I'm like, yeah. He's like, dude, one of the first Yelp reviews is somebody writing, I went to this place and I'm pretty sure it gave my sister COVID.
Yeah, oh, no way.
Yeah. Yeah. And they were like writing this long review about like the lady wasn't wearing a mask, this, that, and the other. And all I was thinking was like, that was the top review.
Oh, you did the right thing. You got out of there.
I did. But what I'm saying is that like, I think that's why every business is going to wear masks and like have hand sanitizer even post like vaccine.
Well, yeah,
they're afraid.
I think people want to wear masks. Yeah.
Even post vaccine, I think people like, when there's a vaccine, I'm afraid people are going to like, businesses especially, will be so afraid of lawsuits and so afraid of all that stuff and bad press that they'll continue to have those things.
I'm used to wearing a mask now.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Although I get out of my car and I'm always like, as soon as I shut the door, I'm like, not a mask. Not a mask. And I usually have like 10 things. I always like to have the kids stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Unreal.
But isn't the anonymity like so sick? Like
of wearing a mask?
Yeah.
I was at the bank the other day. It looked like 70 people were about to rob it.
Yeah.
But we were all
it's like everyone had the same idea.
Yeah. Are you taking me to the hospital?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm dropping you off at the morgue.
This is nice. This is like a Saturday drive with Grandpa. We used to go pick my grandpa up all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at some point he had cataracts and he couldn't drive. So we go pick him up. He'd wait outside. It was probably one of the most simplest pleasures I've ever had in my life. Because he was done with his life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was all he had going on.
Was just you picking him up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same
all week.
Every day.
Every Saturday.
Oh, every Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he would wait those 7 days, and then we'd come pick him up, and yeah, he was loving life. Go get a hot dog or something like that. And that's all he was concerned about.
Just the hot dog and
just the hot dog. And
getting on the drive. He was like a dog, basically. Like how dogs like going for drives.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
kind of like a dog.
Kind of a little bit like one.
Kind of like a dog.
He gets treats.
Except he talked.
Well, dogs can talk. Have you never seen Beverly Hills Chihuahua?
Sir, can I ride with you?
But isn't that so funny that like even a simple little pleasure like your grandfather being picked up and getting a hot dog, like even now that is a whole like process. You have to put on a mask.
Oh my God! Yeah, if you're old, you can't go for rides. I haven't seen my mom in since this all started in March. I haven't seen her. I was gonna go see her, and she was like, "No, you better not." I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
You gotta quarantine. I mean, it's just like I don't know what to do.
Well, I don't know, because nowadays, like I'm looking on the streets, and that guy's not wearing a mask. They're both just walking their dog shirtless. I've noticed. I think I drove down to the beach recently because I've just been doing that like once a week. I'll just drive to the beach. I won't get out of the car. I will drive just to see what the beach looks like, especially at night or like sunset. And more times now, I'm seeing just families just all on the beach, and just all
the beach is packed.
Oh yeah. Very packed.
Oh, it's the summertime. People, I don't know what to say, man. People got it. Those people go out. They go, I don't know.
Oh my God. It's so great when we're just like, because
you pick the hottest topic to talk about, the topic that's like
on every, like that's affecting the entire world.
And you can't say the right thing about it either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to say?
Well,
say one thing. You know, I just think in general, keep your immune system up, limit where you go, don't cough in people's faces.
Oh, wow.
Don't hook up with random people.
Sure.
No problem for me. And you know, I don't know, but at the same time, you know, you gotta people have to go to work, people have to make money, and everything within reason.
I don't know, man. I think it's all a hoax. I honestly think it's all a hoax. And, you know, I don't think the masks do anything. I really don't think that they prevent anything. So
Please let me out.
It's so silly. I'm just waiting for the clip of this where they isolate that clip.
Yeah.
And it's just me saying, oh, well, it's all a hoax.
I know.
Jesus.
I know. That's why I never... I don't know. I never talk about it because it's just like... I don't know, say the wrong thing or... It's like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not good at telling other people what to do. I never have been, and I've never wanted that to be something I have to do.
Yeah.
You know, other than my kids. It's like, I was raised to just mind my own business. Honestly. Just like, mind your own business. Like, it's none of your business. It doesn't concern you. You know? Honest to God. There was this, I don't know. They used to, well, now they call them Karens, but we used to call them busybodies. Now they have like a better name, which is a Karen.
Yeah.
And, like, there's this woman at my gym, and like my mom had like a sprained ankle, and my mom was like, take me up front because I can't walk the whole way. And I was like, okay. So I like went to the gym and I like dropped her off right in front. And the woman came out and she's like, no, you cannot do drop-offs here. You cannot do drop-offs here, like that. And I was like, okay. I don't want any problems. I don't want to get into it. You know, like, you're fine.
Yeah.
I swear to God, 3 days later, I saw her dropping her husband off. And I walked out, and I was just like, I walked by. I was so happy. And then I walked back up, and I just stood there, and I just looked at her. And she was like, what? And I was like, thought you couldn't do drop-offs here. Thought you couldn't do drop-offs here, Pam. And she was like, oh, he's just getting out. And I was like, like that, and that was it. But then it's awkward when I see that woman till the end of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't worth it. I see her now, and I'm just like, hey, Pam.
Well, I mean, now you guys could, you know, it's enough time has passed, I think, that now you guys can work on building a healthy relationship that's not, you know.
And we're dating. Her husband died.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and now we're dating. It's really fun. Now we stand outside and we wait for people to get dropped off, and we yell at them.
That's how you guys bond?
No! There's no drop-off here.
I love you so much.
I love. One time I saw a woman in a store. She was at a grocery store, and she goes, there's too much mayonnaise on this sandwich. There's too much mayonnaise on the sandwich. And he goes, well, that's the mayonnaise. That's what we do. That's the amount we use. And she just goes, make it again. And he goes, well, I can't. She goes, make it again. 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 Make it again.
I really, like, wonder what fuels that anger. Oh, sorry.
Wow, that was timed perfectly.
Holy
that
shit.
Was perfect.
Oh, I could just end the fucking thing now, dude. Holy shit.
That was perfect.
Oh my god.
Dang. I wonder what fuels that anger.
Hey, move your ass.
Two dipshits going for a Sunday drive. That's what fuels that anger. Wow, we're all the way in...
we're by Jonah's old house. His old house, because he moved out. So much change happening. Jonah's out of his fucking house. He's... You know what I mean? That's weird to me.
Yeah. He called me the night he moved out. He was like... He FaceTimed me. He's sitting in like a Barca lounger in his new apartment. He's like, bro, I did it. I did it, bro. I'm like, Jonah, you're 25.
Yeah, I mean, it's not...
Should have happened 3 years ago. I mean, I'm happy for him. I'm glad. I think it's good. It's good. He's doing really well, which is great. Everybody's doing really well. That's what I mean. It's not that bad. It's like, it's a good year, you know. It's like, things could be a lot worse. And, you know, just make the best of it. I also have my kids, too, which is like... I guess maybe I would feel different if I was younger. I'd be more angry.
Because I was thinking about how awful it must be to be specifically 29. Specifically during this time, 29. Because you when you're 29, like, that's the end of your 20s. And you have that year, and it's like, I'm going to fucking live this year up and
right.
do everything I want to do. And, like, now that's complete. People who are 29 are probably, like, panicking right now. Because it's like, oh my God, it's all, like, now I'm 30. I'm basically 30.
Yeah.
Even if they're still 29 in this time period.
Yeah. If you had like a big 30th birthday party planned or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's just like,
or a wedding. I saw a really funny TikTok. It was like a kid. He was like 18.
yeah.
And he was like, yo. He's like, I'm bored. He's like, my life. He's like, there's nothing to do. He's like, I hate this. He's like, you know what I did today? You know what I did today for fun? I took a shower. He's like, I took a freaking shower, yo.
That's why everyone lets like buzzing their hair, because they just don't have anything to do. That's why they're dyeing their hair.
Right.
It's nothing to do.
Yeah, we'll look back on it and be like, oh, remember we all had bad haircuts because the barbers weren't open.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting to read about, I think, huh? For like,
yeah.
Like if my kids, if I have kids,
Yeah.
you know, like in the history books, it'll just be like, oh,
Yeah.
everybody just was inside for a little while, and there are a lot of people that died, but no, it wasn't crazy like there were riots in the streets or anything. It was just,
Right.
there was no toilet paper for a little while, and everyone got angry on Twitter, and it was a shame. I wonder if people enjoy being angry.
I don't know. Sorry. Boy, we are not popular.
No, not in this neighborhood.
Not in this neighborhood.
Oh my God.
We're shooting a video.
We're shooting a
Okay.
YouTube video. It's very important. I know you have to get to the hospital to see your grandma, but we're shooting a video.
I was just seeing what time it is.
It's 6. What time is it? 6:15?
6:15.
Okay, I have to get you back, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, but like for the
I'm
kids.
supposed to play tennis at 6:45.
Oh fuck. Okay. Yeah, I'll get you back.
And I gotta pick up Wyatt's friend.
Sure.
Jack Attack.
Jack Attack.
The mayor. There's this kid, he's Wyatt's friend,
Mm-hmm.
and his name's Jack, and he's a great kid. He's very personable, like, and I'm always like, yeah, I always think you should be my son. You and I are a lot alike. Like, he'll always be like, yo, you guys have to watch Arrested Development. It's one of the best sitcoms of all time.
And you're like, thank you.
Yeah, and I'm like, yes, Arrested Development's so funny, bro.
I've been trying to tell this piece of shit. Wyatt's in the back seat.
No, I wouldn't trade Wyatt for the world. And that is what's so interesting about like having kids is like you just get like an alien. You get somebody that you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like he has no he's like he'll just sit there and tell me like scientific theories. Have I ever talked about science to you once ever?
No.
Like I'm like that's like the thing I know the least about. But that's the beauty of it. It's like you're like, oh wow, I have this completely different thing in my life that I would never have.
Yeah.
And it's like it's so nice.
And it's really yours to fuck up too, isn't it? Like when you have a kid.
Oh yeah.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that it's only like if your kid turns up like fucked up for some reason, do you think that's your fault, or do you think that that's just like the kid's fault? Like, or like maybe not the kid's fault, but like circumstances around the kid, like maybe his friends, all that shit.
I mean, unless you have like Jeffrey Dahmer, whose parents look to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think it's a parent's responsibility. I think it's like 90% upbringing.
Yeah.
And I think all the problems in the world have to do with upbringing and where you grow up and what advantages you have and how attentive your parents are and I don't know. On the one hand, I think I've done like a really good job, and because my kids are great. But then on the other hand, I'm like, oh, maybe they were just great. Maybe I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
It's a thing too. Like Wyatt will have these theories. These like he has these genius theories. I don't know if they're genius, but he'll tell me these like long
Theories,
scientific theories that he writes on the wall, like freaking pi.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Like Social Network.
Yeah, like Social Network or what's that Russell Crowe movie?
I know what you're talking about. Is it A Beautiful Mind?
A Beautiful Mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like A Beautiful Mind, and it's like all these theories and like equations and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he'll like bring me in the room, and he's like, "So, what do you think of this?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm a YouTuber. Like, I don't know." So then I took him to see a scientist.
Yeah.
To be like, is this anything? Because I'm too stupid to know.
Yeah. And the scientist was just like, he just like looked at the theory, and then he looked at Wyatt, and then he was just like, he like pressed a button, and a bunch of people in suits took Wyatt. Just take him and where are you taking my son?
Yeah, that's
He's more important than you know. My dad and I are so different, but we're very similar in a lot of ways. Like, I'm stubborn like he is. I'm a very silly person like he is. And Wyatt doesn't, like, really remind me of you much at all.
Oh.
Which is interesting.
Nothing like me.
But I'm wondering if maybe, I mean, granted, I'm 26 now. So, like, you know, this is probably what I'm gonna be forever. Do you know what I mean? This is it, man. I mean, I think
we all
so.
had hope for more. I talked to your mom last night, actually.
Yeah.
I said you did everything you could.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess it just.
This is the outcome. He said, "Don't blame yourself."
Yeah.
You did what he could. You did what he could.
Yeah.
We all.
Why are you calling my mom at night?
COVID?
Oh. Talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just nothing else going on.
Oh, I understand.
We talk.
Yeah,
we
quarantine.
We talk a few times a week. We do psychic network together.
Are you banging my mom?
No, are you banging my mom?
Yeah. All right, ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.